Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. In our last episode, we found a rusty Plymouth Roadrunner, brought it back to life, juiced it up, and took it to the drag strip, and I couldn't handle it. It was a Wile E. Coyote killer. It was an amazing car. I had an absolute blast with that thing. I have something a little different this time. I have some barn maps saved, so we can use those. Maybe see if we can find something interesting, not as beat up as we would find in the junkyard. If not, we can always check the junkyard. And if we strike out there, I have something in the back pocket that we can use now, or we can use in a later episode. Let's. I also have a few cases to open up as well. Let's open up those. See if we get some more in the bank, and then we'll go check out some barns. Ooh, another case. Infinite loop. There's another barn map. I actually have no rhyme or reason on what I pick. I know some people do like answers always C and then the first one or whatever, but like I don't have a rhyme or reason to it, so let's do these two. Yeah. All right, cool. So we got a few. Let's throw these on the map, ready to use, and let's go check out some barns. All right, barn number 1. So like the junkyard, last time I said, every time we go to the junkyard, there's always one barn map available to find in the junk piles. It's an absolute pain to find them, but in the barns, there's always a case to be found. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at all the cars first, see if there's anything here, and then we'll rummage around for a case. Anyways, let's take a look. So we got one right here. Try to not look. Oh, what's this? A Bronco? I'm not a huge Bronco guy. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of them. I like even the new ones. They're all right, I guess, but I don't know. It just seems like Ford was trying to make a Jeep, you know? What do we got here? The Satsuma. Isn't this from My Summer Car? Like, isn't this like the same car or something? A game I haven't played yet, but I've heard is very difficult. What do we have here? Is this a Koenig? Koenigsegg? I mean, no, it's a McLaren. I don't know my cars. This could be fun. The only thing with these cars, like they're working on supercars is super cool. But the only thing is you're kind of limited on what you can kind of do with them. You know? Like you can't, like you can juice up the engine a little bit like that. You can put performance parts in. But like in terms of like body kits or like there might be some liveries and stuff like that, which I nailed on the first time this, by the way. See what liveries. Whoa. Oh, pat on the back for that one. But like you're kind of like, I don't know, confined to like this body. I don't know. I'm not really feeling any of these three. So I'm gonna try and find the case, and then we'll check out the next barn. There we go. There it is, right there. So we'll get that, and then we'll check out the next barn. All right, barn number 2. What do we got here right beside us? A Toyota Prius? Interesting. What do we got here? An Edgewood Hellcat? Is this like their version of a Dodge? I'm assuming. The lore friendly or whatever. And then we got a GTR. I mean, these can be fun too. I kind of want to work on something. Did I just turn off my flashlight? I did. Ah. That was totally a misclick. I was trying to move. I kind of want to work on something a little older, you know? Like, these are fun. You can probably do a lot with these, and it would be an absolute rocket ship on the drag strip, but I think I want to do something older. But anyways, I'll look for the case, and then we'll check out the next one. There we go. Alrighty. Looks like a Mercedes over there. Could be interesting. Oh, BMW, sorry. An E21. Oop. Does it? It doesn't have a motor. It doesn't have a motor. Or a driver's seat. Ford Mustang. I don't know, man. I wasn't a huge fan of the Fox bodies. You know? I mean, they're cool and all, but like they're just not my thing. I'm more of a fastback Mustang. Right here. We got an Audi. An Audi Sport Quattro. Full carbon. It doesn't have any swap options. What? I might say a hard no on this one. Full, it is full carbon. Look at that. Huh. Let me just do a quick little examination of this. See if we can find out some more info. I don't know, man. As cool as it is, I'm not really feeling it, you know? I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Plus, we were kind of, we don't have any swap options for the engine. I think we might pass on this one. Maybe another time we'll look at this one. Maybe. All right, I'll look for the case and on to the last burn we have. Okay. We have the last burn here that we're going to use today. If we don't find anything here, we'll check with the junkyard a couple times. I don't want to spend too much time combing through the junkyard. One, because it takes forever to find the burn maps. But I also have a car already purchased in the parking that we can work on. Kind of in the backlog. So if we don't find anything in the next couple tries, we'll just do that. But anyways, we have a car right over here first. An Audi. Oh no, this is their version of the BMW. What do we got here? BMW. E30. Lit edition. Or does it not give swap options until you buy it? I'm gonna go check the other car. See what... Oh, I did the quick spin again and I got lost. I'm gonna go check the other car, see if it gives swap options, because this should have swap options. Okay, it does. Okay. So we don't have a swap option for this either. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is kind of the same as the other car. It's orange color. This is kind of the same as the other car, you know? Like, it'd be fun. Like, we could put performance parts into the engine that's in it. But... like, I feel like we're going to be limited on what we can do with it, you know? Again, probably another fun car to do some other time. But I'm not really feeling it right now. Look at this thing, man. We can't swap with this either. That's really funny. It would be kind of fun to turn this into a drag demon, to be honest. It's got no motor in it. Again, I don't think we have swap options. See, here's the thing is like, I don't know, like I would work on these, but I'm just not fully feeling them right now. Like if I was to work on any of the three that I was kind of iffy about, it would be the BMW. This guy. But again, 77,000. I'm not really feeling it, you know? We can usually find something fun at the junkyard, so we'll check the junkyard a couple times. I'll comb through the files for more barn maps for our next episode. And then if we don't find anything in those next 2 tries, I do have a car in the backlog, which I do want to work on. So I want to work on more than these. I probably won't sell it though. So I'm going to try and find the case. We'll go to the junkyard, see if we can find something there. Okay. We're striking out here today. So if you missed the last episode, go back and watch it. I had a blast with that Roadrunner. We did find the Roadrunner in the junkyard, so that was kind of cool. But in the last episode, I mentioned that in every junkyard you spawn into, there's always one barn location map. I can't remember how they word it. So it's painful because there's a lot of junk piles to check, but if you take your time, you can usually get one. And although we've been striking out with them today, you can find some pretty cool things there. So what we'll do is we'll go through all the cars first, like we did last time, and then I'll comb through the junkyard for the map. Oh, here we go. What's this? Chevy Caprice. So, this has a bunch of swap options for it. Yeah. I don't know. Not really feeling this one either. What do we got here? An Audi Infinity. Nissan Skyline 350 GT Nismo. What? What? Yeah, I don't know. It's a right side drive. Oh, we have another car right here too. I think I found our car. Oh, buddy. And it's the Fast and Furious version too. Yep. It's the Fast and Furious version. So what's in it for an engine now? Okay, so it's got the best engine in it at the moment, which is kind of expected. Yeah, this is what we're doing. For sure. Look at the pack. Oh, that's sick. All right, yeah, we're doing this. This is happening. This is one of my favorite cars. Do we bother examining? We can do that at the shop. We'll do that at the shop. If you don't know what this car is, this is 25,000, sure. If you don't know what this car is, it's an absolute movie icon. It's an icon. It's probably my favorite car. Probably, like, it's between that and the Skyline. So, let me comb through these junk piles. I'll see if I can find, the map location. And then we'll get back to the shop and we'll get to work. Again, on this side of the map. So, I don't know if that's an actual thing, but it seems like every time I find the barn map location, it's on this far side of the map. Alrighty, here is our brand new car. If you don't know what this is the Toyota Supra. One of my favorite vehicles ever. I think it's the Mark IV. Anyways, this is the actual Fast and Furious version. Even if it wasn't, you know that's what I was going to be making. And not the one from Too Fast, Too Furious. Like, come on now, you know? But anyways, this thing is super cool. It's definitely one of my favorite cars. And let's get it over to the car wash. We'll get it cleaned up. And then we'll start wrenching. All right, the usual, you know what we do. Exterior. See if it still has that orange on it. Little bit. Little bit. It's got, oh, we got some, it's got the decal right here. A little bit of the decal. Nice. All right, we'll get the interior wash. Oh my. Whoa. Oh, this is going to be so awesome. All right, let's get it into the shop and we'll get it stripped down. I think this car here, it's going to be one that I keep on the lift over here as like a display piece, you know? Kind of impressive. It's got all 4 tires though, you know? I'm going to have to check photos to see if these rims are actually accurate though. I want this to be as accurate as possible. I'm going to try. Anyways, you know the drill. We do suspension first, then the engine, and then we strip out the body and the interior. So let's get going here. We'll get started with the rear end. I'm just so happy we found this car. Like, I've already, obviously, playing this over the years, I have already restored one of these. But I'm actually just kind of sick. Like, I'm actually just kind of, like, super happy that we found one that I can do with the episodes. Had to think about that one, didn't we? My computer is not liking the graphics settings today. Alright, drive shaft. Let's get rid of this. And there we go. There's the rear end done. It's got the underglow. That's so sick. Okay, let's get this going. This one's all crusty. Okay, you and you. There's no bushing in that one at all, which is nice, I guess. Saves us some time. Alright, let's do this other side. And then we can take out the transmission. And the clutch assembly. Oop. Focusing on the wrong thing. Then we can pull the motor. I'm trying to be better about angling myself around so it's like a better view. Okay, all the rubber bushings are out. Okay, there's the suspension. Let's pull the transmission. Only 5 bolts. That's realistic. Alright, so that is that. There. So we can pull the motor. There's no oil pan in it. I always check. I know with the Junkyard, there usually isn't an oil pan or coolant in it, but I always try to make a habit of checking. There we go. Let's put it on the mount over here. Nice. All right, let's move you back. Let's just see. There is only a couple fuses. Oh, we were a little too quick on the draw there. Other than that, that was it. All right, let's pull the body panels. And then we'll separate the springs and the wheels. So does that come out at all? The rear bumper's in mint condition, basically. These don't come out. Interesting. See, like, typically with that stuff, it's like car part 1 or car part 2, and they just come right out, but I guess not. All right, let's check to see if there's anything in the interior, which I don't think there is. No. Whoops. I do believe interior's 25%. There is something. There is something. I saw it. I saw you. That's weird that that showed up. Huh. Look at that. Well, I guess that's everything we can pull. Let's move the welder over. Get her all clean. Nope. Get her all cleaned up. Almost $3,000. Mint. Look at the stickers on the back. That's so cool. So cool. All right. Let's get you back. Separate some tires. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That one. All right, there's those 4 tires. Let's get the springs separated. And then we can start fixing up some parts. All right, so we'll get the brakes going. Again, we're going to put performance brakes on it. We can only fix up 2 of them anyways. We're going to put performance brakes on them. But at least when we go to sell all the parts at the end, we get a little bit more bang for our buck. Okay, let's start dismantling this engine. Typically what I do is I'll pull all the timing stuff on the front first. That way when we start working our way through the head, we can just kind of keep on going. We don't get held up by this stuff. So let's pull this. There really isn't much on the front to dismantle. Just some cam gears and the water pump. And that's it. Is there like a fuel pump or any, or a fuel filter, I mean? Alright, we're good to just start wrenching. A lot of corroded bolts on this one. You gotta pull it. After you spray it, you gotta then pull it off. It just doesn't, you know, come off on its own. Noted. Okay, that one. And that one. What else? Oh, I see. We have an ignition coil and then a spark plug. There. Now the head can go. There's kind of a glare. It's hard to see which ones are orange and which ones are yellow. Boom. All right, now we can flip it. Oh. All right, so we must... There's no rods at all on the pistons. I don't see any crankshaft bearings. All right, there we go. All stripped down. We'll get fixing up some parts. You saw the process in the last episode. I'll just rip through what I can, and then we'll start putting it back together. Okay, so I fixed up what I could. I did mess up on a couple, but the great thing about this build is we're not swapping motors. So like I was able to save the engine block and a lot of the engine components that they don't have performance parts for. So we're gonna be saving a little bit of money that way. Yeah, I think we're ready to start throwing this beast back together. Alrighty, that's the bottom end done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the top, kind of work in reverse order of what we did, tearing it down. So I'll build up the top, and then we'll do all of like the timing and the alternator and stuff like that. So this is going to be performance parts. So I'm going to go buy some more parts that we need and put them together, you know, kind of like we've been doing. I had to do a little bit of research here because one of the things I wanted to do was, I mentioned in the last episode, again, if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch. We greatly appreciate it. One of the things I wanted to do was experiment with the part painting. And so I was looking at the head covers. And they're just metal. They're not painted or anything, so we can't really do anything with those. And looking at the photo, the calipers are the same gray metal color, so not this time around. we'll experiment with that in another episode, I guess. But we did finish the top end, so now let's start working on all the timing components and on the front of the engine, and we'll be pretty much ready to drop it in the car. Okie dokie. I do believe that that is everything except for the clutch assembly, which, like last time, we will just put on once we drop the motor in instead of, you know, trying to work around that. But yeah, I think that's it for the motor. That's the big 2JZ. All right, let's drop it in, and we'll start putting the rest of it back together. I just did that. That whole button mashing thing I was telling you about in that last episode, I still do it. All right, engine's in. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's definitely the motor. That's definitely her. It's funny, the welding also cleaned up all the NOS tanks and like the amps and stuff in the back, which is hilarious. Hilarious. But anyways, that's fine. So let's get it jacked up. I've also been doing some research because I wanna try and make this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I made a boo-boo, I think. I think I made a boo-boo. I don't think I put the performance power steering pump on. Don't you just love going one step forward and 200 steps back? Or did I buy two? I bought two? When did I buy two? We're just filthy rich that, you know, we can just buy two performance power steering pumps and call it a day. Unless the one on it was already performance, but I've never seen that before. Like a performance piece already on a motor. I've never seen that before. Never. Anyways, as I was saying, I've been looking into the car. And I've been trying to find, like, I wanted to see if these rims were close, and they're not at all. So we're gonna have to buy some new rims, which is fine. So what we'll do is we'll buy some new rims, some new tires, but we'll do that once we have the car all put back together. Anyways, so let's start doing the suspension now. Like I mentioned earlier, we picked up a bunch of parts, so I'm hoping we don't have to buy too much, but you know, we're doing okay. So if we have to buy some, we'll be fine. What do I want to do here first? Let's do the clutch assembly, the transmission, so that way when we finish up the rear end, we can put the drive shaft on, and that way everything in the back should be done. So we'll do that. The old 4-bolt transmission. You know that was gonna last. Okay. Let's start throwing the suspension back together. I don't have a fuel tank, so we need one of those. So you know how we do it. We just put back what we can, and then I try and buy for both sides. So like once I'm done one side, I should have everything. You know? Anyways, bear with me. Don't mind me. I'm just counting bushings in my head. Okay, I think that's everything on this side. So let me get a better look here. They're both rubber bushings. Let's throw the drive shaft on. Okay. And let's do this side. I should have everything. Should. And we'll get this one together. Okay. We are just gotta do the exhaust here, and then the complete back end should be done. Alrighty, I think that's the entire back end done. Minus the wheels, but we'll button those up later. Okay. That is it for this side.
Nope.
I gotta put this on from underneath, so I might as well buy this now. Get it put on. Alright, let's do the other side. I should have everything too, I think. I think I'm prepared. Who knows? Probably not. I think that's it. I was in fact prepared.
Nope.
Huh. Look at me go. Alright, so that's suspension. I just gotta buy the starter, throw that on, and then we can lower it down, and then we're strictly just in the engine bay, and we shouldn't have to be underneath it again. I don't think. Okay, let's finish off the engine bay. So we need a bunch of stuff. So I'll get those bought. We'll get them thrown in. And then I think all that's left is just fluids and panel. Like body panels. Also, if anybody remembers, the last episode, we had a mysterious car that ran without a fuse box. I know. It ran solely on magic. Crazy. Anyways, if you didn't see it, go check it out. Look at the springs. We might have a little too much weight on them. Just throwing that out there. I think I fixed this. I did. Look at me go. Alright, let's throw the intercooler on first, because that has to be done from underneath. Okay. There we go. We should also have access to put the turbo on now, too, I think. Or that is the that is the turbocharger. I figured there was like another... Ah, okay. Never mind. I don't know anything about cars. Can I buy that? Okay, now I need to buy fuses, and I'll get the rest of it. Okay, so let's throw this on. And then we'll throw all these relays on. Boom. I think that's everything in the engine. So let's get the fluids in it. Okie dokie. That should be all the fluids topped up, good to go. I think everything in the engine bay is put back together. So I think all we have now is just tires and body. So let's do the body panels first. I know we have a couple fixed up, but not very many. But we'll get those thrown on. I think it was a fender. I thought I had a headlight. Did. Okay, I got most of them. I know we're still gonna have to buy a couple, but at least get most of them put together. All right, so I think we have everything on the car. Oh. No, those are part of the bumper. I thought that was like a missing piece. What about these? No, those are part of the bumper too. Okay. So the only thing I have left now, and again, if you watched the last episode, you'll remember that we forgot one very important part of the body that actually left us with a not complete car. We're also going to need a license plate, which we're throwing on a Nova Scotia plate.
Nope.
And I didn't notice until I was editing the video, and it's really funny how fast I forgot about this piece. We forgot about the license plate. It was so silly. So silly. So I'm going to go buy those right now. Now, I'm not sure. The only thing I don't know is if it needs one on the front. But, like, there's no spot for it. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, I'll go buy one. We'll see if the body is 100% complete. And if not, it's probably because that front one's missing and we can't put one on. But anyways, I'll go buy one before I forget, because apparently that happens real fast. All right. We have our license. Oh, what am I doing? We have our license plate. Let's get this thrown on. There we go. Look at that. It's got to be a Nova Scotia plate. It's got to be. So we're still not 100%, and I'm pretty sure that's because of that front license plate, which we can't get at. Well, it's not for a lack of trying. I've been at this for a few minutes. I can't get this front license plate on. It is just going to have to be without one. Is what it is. All right, let's get some rims for this. Again, the ones we have on it, the ones that were on it are not the same as what was in the movie. So I'll throw a photo up of those for comparison. But let's go buy some new rims, some new tires, and yeah, let's throw those in the cart or the shopping list just for a reference for size. Okay, I got them bought. It's not gonna be an exact match just because they don't have an exact match in the store, but it's a 5-spoke like I put up earlier. It's kind of close. It'll have to work. But let's get these installed and balanced, and then I'll get them on the car. Alrighty, rims are on. Look at this machine. This thing is sick. This thing is sick. Alright, let's get it over to the paint booth, get it all sprayed up and nice. And then we'll get it we'll get it the alignment done, headlights done, and then over to the dyno. Oh yeah. That's it. God, this is like my favorite car. Alright, let's get it over to the test path. We'll get it aligned, and we'll get the headlights done. There we go. Should we, let's get it over to the dyno. Okay, so now let's get the ECU set up. Now, I know there's a way to get it 100%, and I never knew, so I just had to do a little research. So typically these always start the same, supposedly. So what you do is you go to your middle one first, and then you go down until it matches. So you might have to go past right there, and I think you just keep going here, and then so there you go. If you ever were wondering how to get it 100%, I literally just looked it up real quick just so I could do it here to test it out. It works. there you go. It's 100%. Okay, so we're set. Let's see if this thing's... I don't have an interior in it again. I forgot the interior again. When am I gonna... You know what's funny is just before I put the tires on and before I went to buy the rims, I'm like, I can't forget about the interior. I can't make that same mistake again. I gotta get in this car. I am not confident this thing isn't going. I did. I made the same mistake. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna bother looking at what was. You know what? I actually might. I want to see what pops up in the store. Because it might be actually what's like in the vehicle. But the seat's blue.
The pen is blue. The pen is blue.
The seat is blue. I think that's as close as we're gonna get. So let's buy 2 of these. I don't know about the steering wheel though. See, if they had this one but the center was black. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one anyways. Screw it. Close enough. Okay, let's get the interior installed. There we go. All right, now we can sit in it. Look at this thing, man. This is sick. All right, let's see if it starts. Fingers crossed. Look at over here. When they did it, they must have built the needles that actually moved, but they didn't put it on the actual tack. So I'm assuming the one beside it, right behind the tack, is probably the Speedo. Maybe. Anyways, it sounds amazing. I love it. All right, let's put it on the dyno, see how we did. Oh. Rubber bushing. I did have an extra one left over. It's going to be in one of these, right here. Right here. I thought it was weird that we had an extra one left over. All right. Now over to the dyno. I can't believe I did that. Foolish. All right. Let's go. See how what we did. 580 horsepower to start. Over 1,000. Over 1,000. So we're pretty much right in line with the Roadrunner, essentially. It's just might be a little lighter is all. But yeah, man, this is her. Let's put her out in the sunlight, get a good look at it before we take it to the drag strip. Look at this thing, man. This is sick. Sick. I'm gonna get a couple photos of it for thumbnails, and then we'll take it to the drag strip. You know, get photos of it now before we do something stupid at the drag strip. I know damage isn't a real thing. Let's go to the drag strip and see how we do. Okay, so one thing different this time, something that I worked out is I actually have my old PlayStation 4 controller hooked up, so like I'm not doing this with mouse and keyboard. Not that, you know, I'm gonna be that much better, but hopefully it'll feel a little more natural. So let's just do a quick. We'll do one run, just on our own, just to get a sense of how it feels, and then we'll start the tournament. Look at this thing, man. This thing is sick. All right, so here we go. Handbrake, gear up, gear down. What are we in? We're in first. So do we start in first? Let's do it. We were in 6th gear before we were done the quarter mile. That's insane. So we're a little slower than our Roadrunner. We were 10 flat with the Roadrunner at best. We're 10-6. I also started in 1st gear, so I think when we actually start the tournament, I'll start in 1st or 2nd, I mean. And then we'll see if we do any better with that. So let's start our tournament here. Okay. Are we ready? Starting in 2nd. He was just quicker, man. He was quicker. So that was actually our best time that we've ever done. That was a 9:96. So, you know, a 10-second car. And we still lost. Maybe we'll try one more time. You know, just see if we can at least get a win. All right, let's go. Oh, we have a chance. We just got him at the end. Just got him at the end. Well, let's go. We beat him. We beat him. That was their best time, too. 9:91. All right, here we go. Oh, no, we have a shot. Oh, yeah. Are we off to the finals right now? We definitely have a 10-second car, though. All right. Let's do it. For all the marbles. No, he's got us. He got it. It's too much power. There's no way. No way. That was our fastest time, though. We did beat a 990. Kind of. A 989.8. So that was our fastest time. Look at the reaction time, though. We were right there with them. Alrighty. Man, this car is... It's definitely my favorite car. It's so good. Like, it was an absolute beast on the drag strip. We were really close to winning. It's just the Unicorn is just too overpowered, man. It's too overpowered, but it is what it is. we're going to have to wrap it up there for today. Let's sell all of our parts. Sell over parts. We got some cases to open in the next one. We have another barn map location. Maybe we'll find something in the barns next time. But I think that is where we are going to have to leave things off for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging around watching the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And on the next one, maybe we'll find something in the barns this time, because we struck out this time. Anyways, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time.